Hey guys, so I'm just at the library at my school and I was doing some homework in criminal law, and I decided that I would dig a little bit into what can happen to Count Dankula once they actually give the verdict, because we know that he is guilty. However, we still don't know what the punishment will be. And so I decided I will do a little bit of digging, and it turns out that the Criminal Justice and Public Order Act 1994 section 4A says that a person is guilty of an offense if, with intent to cause a person harassment, alarm, or distress, he uses threatening, abusive, or insulting words or behaviors, or disorderly behavior, or displays any writing, sign, or displays anything that is essentially threatening or abusive to somebody else is already a criminal offense. And then there was an amendment to that act, and that amendment was the Racial and Religious Hatred Act 2006. And so what it did is that Section 3A says that a person who uses threatening words or behaviors or displays any written material which is threatening is guilty of an offense if he intends to thereby stir up religious hatred. And so I suppose the fact that he was talking about gassing the Jews is seen here or interpreted by the courts as spreading religious hatred. And so after looking at the statute that we have, I thought, why not look at the case law that was established by courts. And so one case that I found was in 2009. Where was this? Oh yeah, and so it was happening at a hotel, and these men were charged under the Public Order Act 1986, under the Crime and Disorder Act. And they were charged after this woman, Erika Tazi, complained that they insulted her after she appeared in a hijab. And so, oh yes, and there was another case where in 2010 where a Christian preacher was found guilty also under the same act for saying that homosexual conduct was a sin. So he wasn't, going and attacking homosexual people. He was just saying that homosexual conduct is a sin. So it seems like most of the cases that we have and most of the case law shows that he will have to pay a fine or go to prison for several weeks. So it's very hard, I doubt that he will go to prison for 7 years, which is the maximum penalty. Isn't it crazy that for spreading hatred, you can go to prison for the same amount of time as for manslaughter? In fact, there have been cases of manslaughter where people went to prison for 2 years. So it's kind of insane that the maximum penalty for making a joke that he did is 7 years. I mean, it just blows my mind that we live in this country. But yeah, so I think he will probably go to prison. The case law shows that he will probably go to prison for 14 to 18 months, or he will have to pay a penalty. But we'll see how that goes. I sincerely hope that they will only make him pay a penalty. I mean, if they send him to prison, then that sets a really dangerous precedent for other political activists. If you guys found this video interesting, I just wanted to say that the Scottish and English and Welsh law is slightly different. However, the jurisdictions can, or pretty much always, take the case laws from one another. So the courts in the UK, if there's a similar case that happened in Scotland, will refer to that, and vice versa. And so even though, there are some differences between the law, it still operates under this sort of common precedent. So yeah, if you guys found this interesting, just please spread the word. It's, to at least inform people, to perhaps political activists, so they go and contact a lawyer. They know how to phrase certain things to defend themselves, because this is pretty messed up. All of us will really have to be careful in regards to what we say, because we clearly live in a police state currently. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please share it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you later.